Hello and welcome back to the mix up. In the comments, somebody asked me to react to Dax Still D.R.E remix. I gotta say, when you decide to remix a song that's so well known, and I said this the same thing when Mercury's did Many Men, was Mercury killed that. And you take a song that's so well known, if you can just make it so that people don't hear the original lyrics in their head while the beat's playing, then you've done an excellent remix. So let's see how Dax does on this one. Greatness is not an outcome, it's a choice.
Yeah, mental gymnastics, I'm making these words flip. Yo, vertebrae when I open and slip the disc. Chiropractically not made to withstand the force of my hits. So when they breaking down the bars, they think I ain't saying shit. This is mad.
All right. One thing I'm gonna say right off the bat is that when Snoop and Dre do this song, they do kind of like a slow, like West Coast flow, where this is like coming at them hard, so it's a little bit different. Let's bring it back.
Not made to withstand the force of my hits. Yeah, mental gymnastics, I'm making these words flip. Yo, vertebrae when I open and slip the disc. Chiropractically not made to withstand the force of my hits. So when they breaking down the bars, they think I ain't saying shit. This is mathematics. You can add me, not subtract me. I'm divisible by two if a label wanna hack me. The first half is lyrical infused with insanity. The second is the vocals, and I do that uncanny, unsigned hype. Climbing up a mountain, I'm due for some bark. If these niggas trying to bite, coked up, thinking that I need to take lines. You got a D on the test, cause you're way past prime. That's a fail, practically an F. And shout out to that man, I'm a fan of success. Relatability is me and something I respect. So in that case, an F, but still.
Alright, I mean, it's not as good as the remix that the Mercury's did on Many Men. I'm not disliking the lyrics. I just don't feel like this cadence goes that well with this beat.
Still pass the test. It's Dax. Fuck you people trying to play me like I'm not in style. My greatest hits are double every album you compile. I'm running games, smoking tracks like a Black and Mile. I'm picking up this generation, calling from a pocket dial. They say that rap changed, wanna delete me, but I cap space and enter to a whole new data page. My Barcelona span Spain and bring rap back to the classics and the lyricism golden age. They know it's real.
All right. I'm like this. He slowed it down a little, but when he first came in, I felt like it was a little too fast for the beat. But now I'm feeling it more.
Refuse to respect it. I'm underrated, but was chosen due to natural selection. Competition isn't something that I see. I direct it, then go to war with the person that I see in reflection. Still breaking every bracket. My cheddar Bob weaves taxes like I'm B Rabbit. Popping docs, writing word classics. My punchlines 8 miles if they do not understand.
Ooh, all them 8 Mile references.
It's longer than they comprehension, not to mention my independency has been ignored. If so,
yeah, when I think of independent artists, I really don't think of Dax as much, so he's kind of right on that. I mean, he does fall in one of them independent artists that's actually doing something for himself.
Gets applied to my name, it's cause Dax, the brand ain't available inside the stores and marked up due to an external mediary force. You wanna hear some more? I got these demons in my head trying to pull me, so I'm always playing tug of war on the edge, fall until I grab a bottle, take it to the head, and I pass out and I wake up on the.
Alright, at first I really wasn't feeling his flow to the beat, because like I said, when you take a song like this where you hear you're used to Snoop and Dre's flow, and you like, it's kind of hard to get that out of your head. But as I'm listening more and more, I'm liking it.
Fucking floor, you fucking no shot after shot, thought after thought. Schizophrenic tendencies while grabbing on a mop overnight, cleaning, scrubbing on the same damn spot.
Oh, he going back talk about that janitor thing when he was a janitor, and Screwface tried to diss him for it.
Praying for a miracle while looking up to God.
He said, I don't care.
And remembering your broke ass still on the clock, and that $725 that you paid ain't enough for a lawyer for that bitch.
Is he coming at Screwface again right now? Is that what this is?
The same damn spot. You fucking no shot after shot, thought after thought. Schizophrenic tendencies while grabbing on a mop overnight, cleaning, scrubbing on the same damn spot. Praying for a miracle while looking up to God, and remembering your broke ass still on the clock, and that $725.
Yeah, I think he is. I think that's another shot at Screwface.
That you paid ain't enough for a lawyer for that bitch who just called the cop. That type of struggle, that type of grind, that type of hustle. You couldn't do it, I could see it in your eyes. You couldn't last a fucking day in my shoes, and no way you would last a second in my mind. But I digress. So you get bitter in this world when it shows you no respect. A cog in the wheel with the message that the algorithm sees, but is constantly trying to suppress. Now let's take it back to a story.
All right, you know, I gotta say that when I heard Mercules do Many Men, I said it's kind of hard to take that well known of a song. Now, I know the song Many Men well, but this song is a song that was played over and over and over again, as well as this whole entire Chronic 2001 album was played in my truck over and over and over again. So it's that much harder for me to take the original lyrics out of my head. I'm hearing him, I'm liking what he's saying, but it's so hard to get Dre and Snoop's lyrics out of my head.
Historical rap, when knowledge reigned supreme and the back was packed. KRS was on the ones and the twos was stacked with lyrical.
Ooh, I love that. I love that he is paying respect to KRS-One. That is one of the OGs in the rap game. If you don't know who KRS-One is, then you don't know nothing about hip hop. Like, I have to say, if you don't know who KRS is, you don't know nothing about hip hop.
Supreme and the back was. Let's take it back to historical rap, when knowledge reigned supreme and the back was packed. KRS was on the ones and the twos was stacked with lyrical bomb threats that would boom and bap. Grandmaster Flash.
Yeah, that boom bap. Yes.
In the Furious Five.
Oh, shouting out Grandmaster Flash. This is what I like when an artist takes and pays respect to who paved the way for them.
Herc and the crew, that was way too loud. Sugar Hill and the gang with the piece of the pie, you're too fake.
Alright, you know what? The only thing I gotta say about Sugar Hill Gang though is yes, they were big, but if you actually look into Sugar Hill Gang, one of the guys took lyrics from somebody else. They took a bunch of guys from New Jersey. They were basically like the first industry plants. Like, you take a bunch of guys from New Jersey, take a bunch of lyrics from New York, and let's take this sound that we heard in New York, get these 3 guys from Jersey to do it, and we're gonna make a bunch of money.
You ain't heard of a rapper's delight. You gotta move back and erase the classic. This game is a race. I'm parked in the field with dinosaurs, Jurassic. They fossils fuel my gassing. I'm G.
You know, I gotta say this. I feel like this song would do better justice, like these lyrics would do better justice on a different beat. I gotta say it.
Logically dripped in this historical fashion. It's in my bones and structurally built into my rapping. So when you hear me snapping, just know it would never happen without pioneers like Curtis Blow, Ice-T, Rakim, Run DMC, J Nazi, PM.
Oh, he's shouting out everybody. What's Curtis Blow? I think I heard Nas and J.
Just know it would never happen without pioneers like Curtis Blow, Ice-T, Rakim, Run DMC.
All right, he said Ice-T, Run DMC, Rakim.
Logically dripped in this historical fashion. It's in my bones and structurally built into my rapping. So when you hear me snapping, just know it would never happen without pioneers like Curtis Blow, Ice-T, Rakim, Run DMC, J Nazi, PMD, Ice Cube.
Yeah, Nas, Jay-Z, EPMD, I think he said.
Without pioneers like Curtis Blow, Ice-T, Rakim, Run DMC, J Nazi, PMD, Ice Cube, LL, and Easy E. Tupac's new pioneers like Curtis Blow, Ice-T, Rakim, Run DMC, J Nazi, PMD.
Yo, he's shouting out like all of the OGs of the hip hop game. All these guys that he's listing off, if you've never heard of them, then you don't know nothing about hip hop.
Ice Cube, LL, and Easy E. Tupac, Snoop Dogg, and B.I.G.
Ooh, he's so now. It's hot now. LL, Easy E.
Dre, Eminem, 50, many men. The aftermath was the chronic destruction of beat.
Oh, it's so funny because I was bringing up the Mercules doing the Many Men, and then he brings up 50 Cent and says Many Men. 50 Cent. As much as like people gave him crap when he first came in, he lasted so long and did so much for so many other artists.
From an African who rhymes it down your throat to your abdomen. You squares only plant seeds when in Madison. My ankle kid belongs in the Vatican. I roam beats and I tally more bodies than a priest in the 15th century. To cross me, you gon' need Christianity. I'm no saint, but I'm mellow like Anthony and Ball. In a space where my sanity tiptoes up the hill called Calvary, where the people preach and blasphemy. So I've mastered peace, cause there's no limit to their disrespect. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't in the den. This last verse is biblical if that don't make sense. My name's Daniel, my critical friend.
Oh, Let's see what he's gonna go do in his last verse.
Story told is just beginning as I build suspense and craft my pen into a sword to cut through all this nonsense. I pray you can discern between real, fake, and the motherfucking hater throwing backhand compliments. Still killing instrumentals, I'm instrumental. This period's defined and cycling through menstruals, bleeding on tracks with.
You know, I like every single verse. I really feel like it's like I can't stop hearing the original song in my head.
The half-sharpened pencil, so I had to bridge the gap, embrace it like dental. Cut tracks at speed so fast that the tempo impacts at frequencies that crescendo. Blow minds that fix and reassemble and penetrate straight through your mental. It's Dax.
All right, like I said, Dax definitely killed it. He killed it, but I just feel like a better beat selection for this song, just because of the fact that this song is just so, it's one of them songs where you hear it and you just hear Snoop Dogg. Like you just hear ding, ding, ding. And like Snoop Dogg's voice comes into your head. Like it's one of them songs. I mean, maybe it's because this was one of the most played CDs in the first vehicle I ever had, my S10. I feel like maybe because I bumped this song in my truck, the original, so many times that I'm kind of like, biased towards the original song, and maybe that's what it is. But I mean, the lyrics are great. I can't get the original song out of my head. I'm sorry, I can't. I gotta be real. Anyway, until next time, this has been The Mix Up. Peace.